In motion left, Godwin.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
3rd and 8.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he'll get this down to the 41.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Here's Penix.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The Falcons in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Penix.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 36 yards on the play.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Robinson.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
What? No, you cannot. Don't have to go with me.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A nice throw from the third-round pick. It gets him a first down.
Back to throw again. And that's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right.
That's completed right side to Palmer.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Not fucking tacos, but like fucking James. Like
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Trey Palmer,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bucs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by the
Stay
is
put.
up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Stay put. She might not recognize you.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very... rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Levante David.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin,
34 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To the air, Penix.
Flush to his right.
A complete to Drake London.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Penix. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And looking to throw, Penix.
Eluding the pressure right. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. 44 yards.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 6.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He completes it right side to right. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
On 3rd down, a run from White. Ooh, with a juke. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Rachaad White.
15 yards.
And the Bucs have taken the lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. It's complete to Robinson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
They'll throw with Penix.
Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
70 Lions. Buffalo 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. 79 Bronco. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flush to his right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Let's go now. Ready.
On the draw, Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
12 more yards there and another first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Darnell Mooney.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Oh, some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Off play action. Here's Penix. This pass is caught by London. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A play fake. Now Penix.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And in the second half of a tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
From the shotgun, it's Penix.
Escaping the pressure right.
There's Mooney with another catch.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and a yard. They'll go play action here with Penix.
Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
Here's Penix.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix.
Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Here we go, set, track at 60.
Now Penix.
This will be caught at about the 5. Only a yard of the completion. It's second and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Second and 4. Touchdown, Falcons!
B.J. Robinson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Right back to Chris Godwin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And now an audible here into something else.
They'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Back to throw here.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 68 yards. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Looking to throw. He's got Otten. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Trey Palmer with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Operating from the gun, Penix. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Penix working out of the gun here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. And it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just
Somebody,